Hello everybody. Well, it's the evening. It's when I usually do my shaves right now. And I wanted to create a new aroma for Corn Huskers Lotion. What I've been finding is that before, when I would do a souped up lather, I would use something like my grapefruit glycerin that I would put in my shave creams. Then I started, and also I've got my menthol glycerin, which works pretty good. But what I've found is that glycerin is a little bit looser, a little bit more runny than Corn Huskers. And Corn Huskers is primarily glycerin. So in adding it to my lathers, I find I get a little bit better result if I enhance Corn Huskers versus glycerin. Some guys have asked me about doing something with a favorite scent that I love, everybody else loves that has tried it. I'm going to make some glycerin with, yes, Dior Fahrenheit and Brut Dominant. Fahrenheit's pretty expensive stuff. It's pretty potent stuff. Brut Dominant is very close, not exactly, but it's close. But it's a lot less expensive. $7.50 for this bottle, $45, $50, $55 for this bottle. So, if I'm going to add some scent that's in sort of an aftershave cologne type thing, I'm going to use some of the cheaper stuff. That's the way I am. This is a 3-ounce bottle. 3 ounces is, it's close to not quite 100 milliliters. I'm going to fill this up. I've got some Corn Huskers here that I put in a travel bottle that I want to use it on something else. And it's also a little bit easier to get out of this thing. But I've put maybe 10 milliliters, I don't know. But I'm just going to add my Corn Huskers. Out of this bottle into the aftershave, which is the Brut Dominant. Get most of it out. Just shake that puppy up. Let's see how that smells. Yeah, smells pretty good. The Brut Dominant is a little milder. I'm going to add just a little bit more corn huskers. Now, Fahrenheit's pretty potent aroma. It's got long lasting. I'm going to put a few sprays of that. Ten sprays, which isn't a whole lot. Shake that up. Smells pretty good. And what I found whenever you add stuff to glycerin or corn huskers, it's best to let it sit for at least a few minutes. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. I'm going to go take a shower. And then we're going to do a shave using this. So, be back in a few minutes. Well, I'm back, showered, and it's time to put on my pre-shave. Corn Huskers Lotion, Brut Dominant, Fahrenheit Cologne into the corn huskers. As a pre, just use a little bit, about that amount, just rub it in. Corn huskers is primarily glycerin as its base. Smells good. For my razor today, I'm going to use my RazoRock Jaws. I'm going to put a Gillette 7 o'clock, I think Super Platinum, yep, Super Platinum, or the black Gillette. I believe I got this from Christoph and David from the Big Shave. Now the RazoRock Jaws has got a real long post. Some guys kind of snip the post off a little bit and let it fit some of their handles. This is probably one of my favorite DE razors. It's got pretty good blade exposure. You can see it there. See it in the profile. It's a fairly aggressive open comb. It's a hefty razor. And the good thing about this razor, it's inexpensive. 15 bucks. So we got that. Now, Art of Shaving Unscented. Let's see how it is there. I've been soaking my Frank Shaves 24mm finest badger brush. I'm going to just touch it in there and get a little bit. See? And I'm going to go wet my face a little bit. Start it off here. Open a little hole in my brush, put just a dab of water, I missed the hole, there it goes. And we'll put Fahrenheit and dominant enriched corn huskers. A little bit more. And go right to the face. I can smell it. That honeysuckle, sandalwood, with all kinds of other different aromas in the Fahrenheit. I might add a little bit more water. Here we go with the Jaws. I have not put very many blades in a RazoRock. You can hear my cat, my 15-16-year-old cat. He likes to talk. And I think because I've got the bathroom door closed, he doesn't like that, because this is where he likes to be, particularly if I'm in here. So he's telling me he's displeased. With the Jaws razor, you can feel the blade, which I myself like. It helps remind me not to put pressure, because with this razor, if you were to put some pressure, you would get irritation. And you could potentially get a pretty good cut. The cat interrupted me. Dropped my train of thought. Oh, what I was saying is I've been able to put very few blades in the RazoRock Jaws that they didn't work. A lot of blades that don't work in other razors for me will work in the RazoRock Jaws. Blades that are rough to me, when I put it in the Jaws, it smooths them out. I like the long handle. I've been practicing left-handed. I'm not as confident left-handed, but it definitely is a skill that comes in handy sometimes. That smell is there. Now putting the aftershave in the corn huskers or glycerin and using it to enhance the aroma of your shaving lotion, your shaving cream or soap. Now, it's not going to replace putting it on, letting it dry after you shave, but it's not going to clash if that's what you're going to use later. Okay, against the grain is up at an angle. Looks like I got a weeper right there. I think it's actually where I had a weeper before. And my curly Q down here, a bit of water. And that'll do it. Near baby but smooth. Just a frog's hair short, I would think, in some areas. Let's do some cool water. Pat dry. It's not a good idea to rub your face with your towel right after you shave, because your pores are still open, and it would be really easy to further irritate your skin just by vigorously rubbing your towel on it. So, because this stuff is good, calming your face, when I was doing some shaving with the Valet, before I got the feather stainless steel blades, I super irritated my face one day. Really, it was in the evening. It was an evening shave, and I'm going to use kind of the same amount. And my face was just flat on fire. I did witch hazel, I did the alum block, and I had a sample of Trumper's Skin Food. I think it was the sandalwood. I thought, oh yeah, everybody says this calms your face down really good. I put that on, went to bed. An hour later, I was still hurting. I couldn't get to sleep. Came back in here. I grabbed my Lucky Tiger, which is my go-to. When I have irritation, I go to it. It really helps. Put that on. Went back to bed. Still, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour later, I was still hurt. Couldn't get to sleep. So came back in, washed my face off in cold water, came back in, and I had I think I used the rose one. The rose corn huskers. Came back, I threw that on my face, and within 30 seconds, the burning had stopped. And it amazed me. I thought, well, I'm just going to have to endure it, and I don't know what, but it took care of it. It does go on a little bit thick. You can feel it. It needs to dry out a little bit. And just in these few seconds, it's getting close to being dry. Your face feels, it doesn't feel smooth, but it feels moisturized. It feels a little tacky to the feel. But that's just the first step. I'm going to put some aftershave on after this. I'm going to do my Brut Dominant aftershave. Put that on. Let that dry for a second. It's not my favorite anymore, but it's still good stuff. I'm going to put some Nivea on. And just a touch. Let that dry a second. Get another weep of there. And now I'm going to go for the Fahrenheit. And where's the little spray nose? There it goes. Just a few little spritz. That's it. Looks like I'm going to need to get my septic out. Keep from those patches from bleeding a lot. It doesn't really matter when you use your septic. If you need it, you need it. It's been a while since I used the RazoRock Jaws. And like I say, you push a little bit too hard and it will bite you. But that's my shave. I've been able to combine my aromas by doctoring up an unscented cream. You can use Taub's sensitive skin, True Fit and Heal sensitive skin, Kiss My Face unscented, any of the unscented ones. You're not fighting another aroma. But that's my shave. Have a good shave. Be safe. Be happy. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.